First book of Adam and Eve, chapter 9. Water from the tree of life. Adam and Eve near drowning. Then Adam and Eve came out of the cave of treasures and drew near to the garden gate, and there they stood to look at it and wept for having come away from it. And Adam and Eve went from before the gate of the garden to the southern side of it, and found there the water that watered the garden from the root of the tree of life, and that parted itself from thence into 4 rivers over the earth. Then they came and drew near to the water and looked at it, and saw that it was the water that came forth from under the root of the tree of life in the garden. And Adam wept and wailed and smote upon his breast for being severed from the garden, and said to Eve, Why hast thou brought upon me, upon thyself, and upon our seed, so many of these plagues and punishments? And Eve said unto him, What is it thou hast seen, to weep and to speak to me this wise? And he said to Eve, Seest thou not this water that was with us in the garden, that watered the trees of garden, and flowed out thence? And we, when we were in the garden, did not care about it. But since we came to this strange land, we love it and turn it to use for our body. Why? Because in paradise they did not have the need to drink. And you may say, okay, how did they not need to drink? Well, they did not have physical bodies. So they did not have desire to drink or thirst. They were only eating fruits. And you may say, okay, how can they eat fruits if they didn't have physical body? I would say that it's in such a way that one little girl who had a vision about rapture described. She was literally describing what's going to be happening during the rapture, that she and many kids and also many other people were taken up as a bridegroom. And there was a huge, never-ending table which had everyone's names on it, just like you have in the wedding. And she said there were foods all over the world. So it did not matter if you were Hindu, Chinese. Now, I'm not talking about religion, okay? I'm talking literally about country, because you can have Indians who are also believing in Christ. So obviously no Hindu, if Hindu is religion, would make it to the rapture. But like Indian people, if that's the correct word I can use. So Indian people, Chinese people, pretty much people from all over the world, no matter what their skin color was or the nation, they were sitting by the table, and they were foods from their countries. So anybody could eat anything they like. And she described when they actually ate it, not long after that, the food again appeared on the table, just like it was before. So they never needed to pee or poop, because somehow, magically, the food again appeared in the previous position how it was before. So I believe the same thing was in paradise. When they ate the fruits, whatever they didn't eat, for example, they had one bite, they threw it on the ground, the animals ate whatever they did not eat. I believe it again appeared back on the tree in such a way. But that's just my guesses when I'm trying to connect with the visions of the kids or other people. So Adam is mentioning here that when this river was in the paradise, they never cared about it. They most probably never even had a bath in it, because they didn't have a physical body. But now, when they have physical body, and when they need to wash their bodies, and when they actually are thirsty, are feeling thirsty, they need the water. So now they actually noticed this water. But then, when Eve heard these words from him, she wept, and from the soreness of their weeping, they fell into that water, and would have put an end to themselves in it, so as never again to return and behold the creation. For when they looked upon the work of creation, they felt they must put an end to themselves. So you can see everything was totally new for them, and it was great shock, because their bodies changed. They were like, what? Suddenly we are hungry. Suddenly we are thirsty. Suddenly our body needs to get washed. Suddenly the beasts can be dangerous for us. Suddenly we have day and night. We have sun. We have darkness. it was a huge shock for them. So every time something new happened, they were so shocked. They just did not know how to react or what to do, and they felt like dying.